Hello, my fellow humans and non-humans out there. It's me, Basement Dweller, and I just got a notification that Five Nights at Freddy's 2, sorry, it's a bit off topic. Today we're going to talk about the most important thing about today's video, the first Five Nights at Freddy's film. Yeah! Honestly, I've never thought today was gonna be a day. I had a 50-minute long discussion video, but sadly the audio was not to par. I don't know what was up with it. Like, I don't know why my settings was set to maximum, so most of the audio was not. It was crispy, but in a bad way. So hopefully this will be good. Sorry for saying a lot. This is Basement Dweller Babbles, where I just say things unscripted. I say what's on what's on my mind, and because of that, I don't really do that much visual stuff. But I guess I could show one visual thing, and that is my security badge. So yeah, there was a thing where you typed in call Fazbear Entertainment. No, texted them, and they were offered this cool security gig, and I love the badge I got. So other than that, this is just an audio thing, just so have me in the background, as you're doing your dishes, or I don't know what you do when you watch my videos. But yeah, just want to here discuss the Five Nights at Freddy's movie. A movie I thought was never gonna happen. I remember for years, just hearing small snippets and updates, and I got most of my updates from 3C Films. Shout outs to them, that's where I got most of my horror movie news, and I guess also superhero movie stuff. And yeah, the movie is out, and I watched it 3.5 times. The halftime was just to make sure I got things correct about what I'm about to discuss. Cause I have a little thing on my list here of what I want to talk about. So the film was just being made in 8 years. It hopped around directors. It got to Blumhouse, which I feel like that was a really good choice for the film to be in, and I'm really glad they let Scott cook, because it was something that I don't think the other studios were willing to allow. So I'm pretty, props to Jason Blum for allowing, having a story that even Scott enjoys. And the film, I think, just shows why something like this works, because, well, it's profitable. Oh man, it's super successful. That Fazbear sweep is really gonna get Faz billion coins or whatever. I don't know. I'm really glad the film's doing well. It's pretty good here because I had a slight worry maybe the film wasn't gonna do well, because it's on Peacock streaming, and that's an HD quality thing, and I don't know. There could be some scummy people that would just sell the 7 Cs for the film, but I'm glad that the film is doing financially well. It deserves it a lot. I don't know, it was so surreal being in the theater with my friends, because I watched it on the 26th, because a lot of films, for some reason, you can watch it a day early. I don't know why they don't talk about it, but you can. And I remember watching it on the October 26th, and I had that same surreal feeling I got when watching the Super Mario movie, because I was I'm really sitting down and watching this movie. It's something it just felt so not real, and then I guess there was actually a funny moment in the theater when a certain scene I'll talk about in a bit where everyone thought it wasn't real. My friend next to me was like, "Oh my goodness, this can't be real." And I even pinched him, and he's like, "I don't feel a thing." And so he was kind of worried that it was actually a natural dream, and that was funny. So I guess if people might be curious, probably not, since I don't only talk about Fnaf once in this channel, but in case you're wondering, I'd like to share my opinions, about this movie. I'm something of a film nerd myself, and I enjoy watching a lot of types of movies, and, I was looking forward to this film, I walking into the theater, I already knew it wasn't going to be my dream film. If you don't know, my dream Fnaf film, which I've only probably shared, publicly on X, and basically on X, I've talked about how I would love to have a supernatural horror film, but I would still keep it PG-13 because Fnaf is a series that could be loved by many ages, and I don't want to exclude a lot of fans. And people want the rated R, it's all gory, bloody, and dark, and edgy. And I'm like, it's not really necessary though. Like, I don't think it's necessary. Like, I think like you could do a pretty well story. And the series already had a lot of goofy stuff, even in this golden age of the first 3 games. Like, you can honk the Freddy poster, and I don't know, the character designs and stuff like that. Like, I don't know, like, it always felt like it was like horror that anyone could access to. And I've even stated in my Finds of Freddy's video that the series was like a gateway to the horror genre for me. So I got to thank for that. But yeah, my dream Fnaf film would have been a supernatural horror film about a guard who has a job, and basically he discovers the place is haunted, and he tries to unravel the mystery, digging up old newspapers, talking to people in town and stuff, and trying to figure out, why the place is haunted, and then also how to figure out how to, let the spirits, go and stuff like that. And I think that would have been a really cool movie premise. It would have had a lot of spooky moments, because, like, ghost children, and the whole building's haunted, not just animatronics, and I think it would have been really cool. If you want a detailed summary of my dream FNAF film, leave a comment below, and I'll probably work on a script on that, maybe. So I want to give, like, a spoiler warning, as I'm going to talk about a lot of the film, and jump around a lot. I guess we talk about the opening scene, where we have, like, a security guard all scared, and then he gets put on, like, this saw torture device, and Huh? I don't know, like, I don't like it. I'm gonna say it, I don't like it. Because like, the animatronics, we know for a fact, can kill. We see later in the film that they don't need this device, but for some reason, they strap you onto this chair, turn on this device, leave the room, and just let it mangle your face. I'm like, is it really necessary? Like, we know that, because like later we see them that they kill people and stuff, the dead bodies in suits. I'm like, that's what they should have just done. Like, have like the scene where the guard gets caught, and then basically like he wakes up, right? But like he's like struggling to move, but he can't, and then we slowly see them slowly bleed out, just like a small pool of blood forming underneath him, and then it cuts to the Friends of Freddy's opening credits. That would have been more cool and more effective. Secondly, according to Mr. Patrick here, this was supposed to be Markiplier's role, and I know I'm gonna get hate for saying this, but I'm really glad it wasn't, because I don't know how I feel about the supposed king of Five Nights at Freddy's were to just die in the opening. I'm like, dang, like, I guess he really wasn't a king, am I right, guys? But another reason why is because I feel like that would have taken me out of the film. Because like the other cameos, I feel like we're done pretty well. Like Mr. Patrick's cameo, or even he says it's just a theory. That felt authentic. It didn't take me out of the experience. And then Corey Kenshin's cameo, that one was done comedically on purpose, so I wasn't taken out of that either. But I know Markiplier can act really well, but I'm just thinking to myself, yeah, this one took me out of the film, just seeing Markiplier running around and then getting captured, then dying on screen. And I guess I'm kind of glad it's not him, and I'm pretty sure for the sequel they will for sure have him in there, and hopefully in a role where he doesn't die, because that would be really sad if that were the case. Oh, what if they do like the extra mile where he's like the protagonist of the second movie? Oh man, that'd be really funny. And not in a good way though. Just clarifying that. Saw theme trap. Don't know why that's there. Oh yeah, and then my favorite part of the movie is the opening credits scene. The music. Like okay. I'm so sorry. I probably like turned off a lot of people's ears. Like super sorry about that. But I really like the visuals. Seeing this retro style gaming. Where we see the purple guy putting on his iconic Spring Bonnie outfit and luring the children, and then we hear like the cool almost synthwave in the beginning, and then like this like eerie like children awing bit. I liked it a lot. I like that opening. It's my favorite part of the film. I want someone to like upload on YouTube. Hey, Blumhouse, upload the opening credits things. It was really good. Music was a bop too. And then we have the film, which I don't know. This is where I'm like really mixed, because the film is pretty bad. Like I don't, there's no like going around it. Like I know people are like all angry about critics. Like critics lost their touch. I'm like, but they're kind of reviewing the movie for the movie. You know, no attachments to the film and you know the franchise. And I don't know. Maybe, like I think they give like a 20-something%, which I think even that's too low. Like I don't know if I were to like personally rank the film, like I maybe give it like like a 60%. Like I want to say 50, but there's some pretty good moments that I feel like it's like I have like some casual like people that watched the film with me who weren't fans of, you know, have no idea what a Freddy Fazbear was, and they actually enjoyed the film, and I gotta take points, add some points for that. But like as a fan, I really love the movie. Like I don't know, like I watched it 3.5 times. And I don't think you watch a film 3.5 times and not be bored the whole time if you weren't enjoying the film. I enjoyed the film a lot. Yeah. I'm really mixed about it because, like, I don't know. We'll go a bit. We'll talk about it. Let's see. The film borrows elements from the first game mostly, and they do have like William Afton's name used, which is something that was used in the Silver Eyes novel, and then later in Sister Location, the video game. And then as well as we have Vanessa's name used for a character, which is, those who aren't aware, there's a character named Vanessa in Security Breach, which I do want to make a video about the wasted potential of Vanny/Vanessa in that game. But, you know, there's a Vanessa character there. And then Mike Schmidt, which is still a name used in the first movie, in the first game. And can we talk about, like, I'm so glad that, that Mike is Mike Schmidt, like, Michael Schmidt. I was really worried that they were gonna pull the whole, oh man, you know, there's a plot twist like, Mike, I am your father, or something like that. Like, that would have been so dumb, and like, oh, I'm really glad they didn't do that at all. Instead, like, in this universe, spoiler alert, this is a big spoiler, but it was a really cool plot twist. Like, I really admit it was really good, because as a Fnaf fan, you know, you don't see this coming, you know. So I think this is why they did this, you know, it's the props to Scott for having a plot twist that even the Fnaf fans would have been shocked by. But basically, Vanessa, the cop, is actually the daughter of William Afton, and I'm assuming that's William's only daughter, so I guess Elizabeth, Michael, the crime child, they don't exist in this universe, and I'm all for it. And Mike is Mike Schmidt, and he's just a guy who has his own parents, he's had his own brother and his own sister, doesn't know what a Steve Raglan is or William Afton is at all. William doesn't know him. The only reason why he pauses when he said his name the first time was because he realizes that he's the brother of Garrett Schmidt. And, you know, he's like, symmetry, my friend. I kill you, I killed him, and I don't know. I guess it was really satisfying to him knowing that he could, like, kill their brother as well. And, yeah, that's pretty cool. I guess my complaint was I kind of wish we saw William Afton in his prime and not like see the kills himself, but like seeing him like, because I know we see the opening credits of how he lured the kids, but it would have been more creepy and cool if we actually see like a kid, you know, all crying in the corner, and then we see like, you know, William walking in his spring Bonnie outfit, you know, and luring the kid to the back rooms and stuff like that. I think that would have been really cool to see. Maybe for the sequel, which I want to talk about the sequel potential in a bit. Let me look at my notes right here, because I'm basically redoing this video because I had a 50-long version, but I'm just basically speedrunning this. We have Abby, Mike's younger sister, and she's a pretty good character. Like, she likes to draw, and I really liked how the film establishes right away. You know, so like it isn't like a big like shock when it happens, but basically that children, you know, communicate, you know, to drawings, and it's a very powerful thing for them. And that comes to play later, where Abby basically draws, you know, William being the killer to the kids, and then the kids are like, "Oh, you're the killer," and they turn on William Afton. I think that's pretty cool. We have an interesting plot that I know a lot of non-FNAF fans really enjoyed. I liked it, but I kind of wished we didn't spend so much time on it. That's the only complaint I can have, but it makes sense because we're trying to establish this. But basically, Mike has recurring dreams because he listens to some nature sounds, takes sleeping medication, and has an image of Nebraska's woods to try to recreate the same dream, because he believes that he has seen the person who kidnapped his younger brother Garrett, who's someone in the film. That means lots of Mike. And he hopes that if he keeps dreaming the same dream over and over again, he will eventually get to see who was the kidnapper. And then the film gets interesting because the first time it changes when he sleeps in the Freddy's location, because the spirits of the 5 missing children can somehow interact with Mike's dream. And the main one that talks to Mike is the spirit of Yellow Bear / Fredbear / Golden Freddy. I'm going to just call him Golden Freddy for this film. And the reason why I know it's him is because the other kids, there's one with a pirate with a hook for a hand, so that's Foxy. And there's Chica, I guess it's obviously Chica. And then Bonnie has bunny ears. And there's the main kid who talks, and then there's a kid who has a top hat. The one with the top hat has a yellow shirt with white stripes, white stripes. So you would think that would be Golden Freddy. I thought it was Golden Freddy the first 2.5 times. But then my most recent viewing of the film, I realized that there's a scene where the ghost of Freddy, lures Max, to the spare parts room, and where Max gets chopped in half, which is a pretty cool kill, honestly. And it's pretty cool that Freddy got the coolest kill, but it's the yellow and white striped kid, not the brown striped shirt kid with the blonde hair. This was a different kid. And I'm really mad that the film doesn't say the name of Golden Freddy at all. So I really hope they just rename him to just Fredbear, because I'm pretty sure Fredbear and Golden Freddy are the same suit. Ultimate Custom Night had a little secret Easter egg where you get jump scared by Fredbear if you def coin a Golden Freddy when it's only Golden Freddy. And he looks just like the Golden Freddy model, except he has a purple bow tie and hat. So that was pretty interesting, that we have Golden Freddy as the main spirit. And honestly, that's pretty cool because it implies that he's the leader of the bunch and the more powerful spirit, because we do see them take their animatronic form outside and stuff like that, and interact with Abby as well. So yeah, I think it's implied that this is the most powerful operation of all of the children right here, most powerful spirit. I like that a lot. A scene I guess that would off-put people was the scene. Okay, I won't say the scene that's the building fort scene, but I gotta go a little bit back. So basically, I believe it was the third or second night. I want to say the third night. Yeah, it was the third night, I believe, where Mike has to take Abby because Max got chomped, and when he takes her there, Abby, gets lured out by the children. And when she gets lured, we find out that the animatronics are friendly, and I'm fine with that because it is stated by the lore that the animatronics are friendly to children because they are children themselves, but they just disdain adults because, well, an adult most likely killed them. And I feel like I would have, because I'm fine with them being friendly, but I just didn't like the way they really executed it because it just came out of the left field, yeah. And then I was like, yeah, they're the ghosts. Obviously, how else would they move? I'm like, bro, you just moved past all this? I'm like, I would have liked it if we had a scene build up where the animatronics are actually trying to attack Mike. And then once they enter the office, they see Abby all scared and stuff. And then they all calm down and realize that there's a child with Mike, And then Abby's like, oh, it's you guys. And then Mike's like, what? And then he's like, yeah, these are my friends. And then it's like, oh, ooh, Abby's talking to them somehow. And I think that would have been really cool if it was something done like that, and then the animatronics are friendly, and then they do the next scene. But no, instead, we get a little fake out where we think that Abby's being attacked, but no, the animatronics are tickling her, which I'm like, how? I don't know about you, but whenever something non-human touches me, I don't think it could tickle me. I don't know, but I guess that was a cool fake out and stuff, and no, it was not cool. No, not cool. It was off-putting. And the next scene's even more off-putting because basically they build forts, and I don't know, I know there's some people that hate this scene and a lot of people that love this scene. I'm neutral. I don't know how I feel about it. I seen this scene, 4 times, technically, because I did see the film 3.5 times, and that one half did include that scene. Yeah, I don't know, it's I'm smiling while watching this scene because it is very wholesome and cute, seeing all of them together, because these are dead kids, they haven't interacted with a kid in a long time, So then the fact that there's a kid and they start doing kid stuff together, and I don't know, it's really wholesome. It puts a little smile to my face. But at the same time, thinking to myself, this film was like, you know, could have been cool and spooky and dark, and then we have this scene, you know, here. So like, I don't know, it's a bit mixed. I don't know. I'm mostly fine with this scene. The scene that bugs me actually is a scene after where basically Vanessa's like, you know, you should, like earlier, because like Vanessa's the cop who's pretty sketchy, more sketchy than Steve Raglan. Like you could tell that she knows information. And the whole time I was watching the film, my audience, I was up there like all complaining about Vanessa because like she's just hiding information. She's like, I'm warning you, Mike. Blah, blah, blah. But are you though, lady? Are you really warning us? Because like Mike is confused. I'm confused. And it's like Vanessa's like basically like. Her idea is to continue the Ford idea, you know, she doesn't turn it down. And then scenes later, she's like, if you bring Abby here, I will shoot you down. I'm like, bro, what? The whole theater was like looking at each other like, did she really just say that? Like, what? Like, everyone was all confused and bewildered. Like, Vanessa's like actress was great. You know, she performed well. She did her lines really well, but it's just the script. Like, I don't even know like who was writing this. Like, I'm baffled, honestly. Let me see what else I need to talk about. Oh, it's pretty odd that the cupcake was like active. Like, we know that the cupcake is an animatronic because the eyes give it away. But I just find it odd that it has sharp teeth and is alive. And it was like a popular theory, and I really like this theory that Cupcake could be Susie's dog, and Susie, who don't aware, is the girl that possesses Chica. And I maybe they're hinting to that because I could have sworn in the film like either the cupcake growls or barks, or maybe both. So maybe it is like Susie's dog, and I think that's pretty wholesome too that the dog also followed her to the afterlife, not the afterlife, the possessed life, you know, so Susie's not alone. Oh, it's pretty touching thinking about that. Yeah, Foxy and the cupcake were the most aggressive. I don't know, the cupcake just bugs me just because I'm thinking to myself, how is it moving? How is it hopping? I guess we could say it's the ghost, you know, power and stuff. I'm like, I don't know. Bit weird. I guess we could talk about Steve Raglan, who later is revealed to be William Afton, which I'm like, Scott, man, I think it would have been really cool if he just didn't tell us who was casting as William Afton. He could have really said as Steve Raglan, you know, this whole time, but I don't know. Matthew Lillard, who plays William Afton, you know, they did a phenomenal performance. I don't know, it was so hyped. I can't even explain how excited the theater was when William, you know, pops up with his epic music, and then he starts getting Mike a beat down, like, boom, and then like he takes like a bullet and he takes tasers and stuff. I'm like, yeah, I want Springtrap and Dead by Daylight even more after seeing this film. And he pulls out a knife and he actually uses it. I'm like, yo, this is so cool, and his voice and stuff. Like, wake up, children. I can't even do the voice, but it was awesome. Like, you can tell, like, it's distorted, but it makes you think like how Spring Bonnie would have sounded like in its prime. This when the suit was in its prime, and we see the suit in its prime too, which I kind of hope that maybe the sequel is going to be like a prequel where we actually see like William luring the kids, stuff like that, and basically it could be like a guard who's trying to prevent it. In the end, they fail, and also it'll be really cool. Maybe even see a young Vanessa as well. And then maybe for the third film, we could have it be a sequel to the first film, where I really hope William Afton like becomes an actual corpse, because like Springtrap is a cool looking character. Like Scott like made a peak character design out of the blue, and then hasn't topped it at all since. I would really like to see Springtrap as Springtrap, not like a what was it? Was it the which film was it? That film, book. It was the Fourth Closet. I know the graphic novel basically depicts Springtrap as, you know, slightly rotten. William Afton, and he talks, and I don't know. That's a bit iffy for me. Yeah, I'm really sad that they're most likely gonna make Springtrap talk, and it's like the animatronics like don't talk so far, so I'm perfectly fine if Springtrap doesn't talk. It'll be so creepy, you know, just having the there's this thing roaming around and killing people. You know, it doesn't talk at all. Like Michael Myers. When Michael Myers doesn't talk, and that it's really effective how creepy it is. Yeah, I'm trying to see what else I was like. Cause like I talked about a lot of things. Oh, the theater. My theater was hyped, and I see a lot of people complain about that. I'm sorry, guys. If you're gonna watch a movie that's based on an established franchise with a popular fan base, you know, be it, you know, a video game adaptation, a sequel to a highly anticipated series, or a film that has like that's not like that's gonna be an event for fans. Yeah, so like I feel like you want to watch a film and you complain about people being hyped in theater, watch it a week later, because like that's when, because like the first few days are gonna be like the fans of the franchise, you know, and they're gonna be hyped and excited, you know, like this is an event for them, you know. So I remember people are like, oh, worst theater experience out there. People are so excited. They're like, whoa, things that weren't really excited. I just want to watch the movie and quiet. I'm like, bro, watch the movie a week later when the fans aren't there, you know, like. I don't know, I guess this is their first time, like, watching a film, I guess, because, like, I don't know, when I'm watching Avengers or Spider-Man or the Sonic movie, the Mario movie, Star Wars films, people were, like, chatting and talking in the first few days watching those films. I don't know, it was weird, seeing people complain about that. Red Eyes, yeah, let's talk about Red Eyes. I don't like them. I know they toned down the red eyes, but I'm like, it just would have been better if they just had their default eyes the whole time. Like, maybe, if I want to change eye colors, maybe have Golden Freddy have like the white pupil and black eye thing, but that's about it. I think it's more creepier when you don't know if the animatronics are in robot mode or they're in possessed mode, you know? It's like we do see a scene where Freddy's like performing and then Mike enters the building and then Freddy goes survey mode, and I think his eyes are the same color, that they don't change at all. I can't really fully remember or not, but I think that was pretty cool, you know? That was actually pretty eerie, you know? Because like he's staring, but then you don't know if he goes back to robot mode or not. And then he goes back to performance mode. There was a strange moment where they have another Springlock suit that they want Abby to be in, but it's like a larger Ella doll. I don't know, it's pretty odd. I'm like, I don't know, it's like it doesn't fit the Fnaf franchise at all. Like, I would have made like an original suit or something, but I guess it's a neat, you know, Easter egg right there. Oh, we have a Easter egg to Sparky the dog and Shadow Freddy's. Their suits could be found in the spare parts room. The kills were alright-ish. You know, I know they're like PG-13 kills, and I'm fine with them, honestly. I'm satisfied with how they all turned out. I guess the only one I don't like was the cupcake killing that one guy. Like, we see how the face is all mangled up later, but I'm like, really? The cupcake? I don't know who gave it teeth. I don't know. I don't know. I'm real mixed with the cupcake. I talked about the Ford scene, I believe, and I mostly like it, but kind of don't like it. But oh, Aunt Jane. So we have another villain in the series was Aunt Jane, and basically she wants custody of Abby, and she probably most likely wants it for the monthly paycheck. They were an alright addition. When they first announced there was going to be a secondary villain, I thought the secondary villain was going to be like the CEO of Fazbear Entertainment. Because I feel like they should honestly be a future villain. Because like they know about all the sketchy things that are going on, but they still want to keep the franchise, the company going. And I thought maybe for the movie, like the secondary villain was like the CEO, and she would have like, she knows about William, but she wants to somehow revive the brand somehow. But no, instead, the woman was cast to be Aunt Jane, which was honestly a nice villain, honestly, like a secondary role. And we had like a Max and her brother and friends, I guess, and they were pretty alright characters, and pretty cool that we got to see the animatronics kill. You know, Freddy had the coolest kill of all of them. I guess Golden Freddy had the lamest kill because Aunt Jane was just on the floor. We didn't get to see the kill at all. Let me look at my notes real quickly because I think I might have said everything already. All the important things. Yeah, I think I might have said everything but faster. Well, no, there's some things left out, but yeah, I guess we talk about them. So I'm pretty surprised that they didn't do the trope of a person being hospitalized, and when the main character's there talking, they just wake up and like, oh, thank you for being there. It's all wholesome and stuff. So Vanessa gets stabbed by William, and you can actually see for a brief moment William has a bit of regret, but then he goes back to being angry again. I like that touch. Vanessa gets hospitalized and doesn't wake up, and you know there's a lot of future potential. Like maybe like, she loses her memory and becomes the next killer, you know, as Vanny. I really hope they don't do that, but I wouldn't mind if they did that. I wouldn't be too mad. Or honestly, I kind of hope they like she wakes up in the second or third movie, and basically have it where she tells more secrets about the location and stuff, and trying to stop Springtrap and stuff like that. That'd be pretty cool. William Afton, played by Matthew Lillard, was the second best thing, you know, when he showed up. Really sad part is that he didn't get that much screen time. I wish we kind of saw more. The Springlock scene, honestly, I'm pretty surprised that they actually pulled it off in a way that felt satisfying. So I know they've been minigame, like, when it happens, like, blood sprays everywhere unrealistically. Because I know it's like an 8-bit game, so that's why it was like that to show it off more visually. But our versions, I don't know, like, it's really weird because if you're not a Fnaf fan, you're thinking to yourself, why is he wearing the suit? You know, but it's pretty cool. He said I always come back, even though it was his first time dying. But I don't know, I'll let it slide because it was a cool thing. Oh, my theater was pretty weird because when Mr. Patrick showed up, you know, he says it's just a theory, you know, like everyone was like, like all like average, you know, stuff, nothing super exciting. When Corey Kenshin showed up, everyone's like, oh my goodness, Corey! I'm losing my voice. I've been talking for basically over an hour. When Corey shows up, they're like, that happened. They're all pogging, getting excited. I'm like, really though? Like nothing against Corey, but I'm like, we know this cameo was confirmed. He was in the first trailer. You know, I would have thought it would have done that for Matthew Patrick because like there was like no hints that he was going to be in the film or not. So that was pretty funny. I was laughing when that happened. My theater was hyped for Corey. Balloon Boy jump scares are funny, silly. I like them actually. Oh yeah, sequels. So basically we're teased, most likely because like it's like "Come Find Me" said at the end of the movie credits, and it was using the voice of the puppet from Fnaf 2 from the Save Them minigame where Freddy, you know, is asked for assistance from the puppet to save the children, but we walk around the building and we see that William has killed 5 more dead children. And then purple guy, you know, William, you know, dismantles Freddy or deactivates Freddy. He says you can't on some occasions. So yeah, the second film's gonna include the puppet. I hope it's a prequel, honestly, and we see William in his prime, and we see him like how he lures the children and stuff like that. Maybe I have a guard who fails as trying to protect the children. Would be cool. They could have like, you know, the withered animatronics, the toy animatronics, and stuff like that. And then I would love the third film to be the sequel to the first film, where we see Springtrap and his like actual Springtrap, and maybe give him a cool kill count. You know, make him an actual slasher villain that he's meant to be. And I enjoyed the film, even though it was a bad film. If I were to give it a critical score, I'd probably give it like a 6 out of 10, which isn't that good. But how much enjoyment I have was a lot, because I've seen the film 3.5 times, and I was on board during the 3.5 times watching it. So yeah, I'm optimistic for the future of FNAF movies, but I'm a bit worried of how things might turn out, because I feel like they are going to squander it somehow. Yeah, that's about it. That's my thoughts, you know. We'll end it here. Turn off the candle. I've been the Basement Dweller. Take care. Have yourself a groovy day / night. I've been the Basement Dweller, and happy Halloween.